But I just saw a C-SPAN tweet of Speaker Mike Johnson. Now, again, Speaker Johnson professes to be an evangelical Christian. Okay. As End Abortion Now has made clear, he was behind and the primary force behind killing the abolition law in Louisiana. He is very much part of the pro-life establishment, pro-life industry, which does not want equal protection, but just wants limitations, because that keeps things going. If you abolish it, then you don't have any reason to exist any longer. So there you go. And more people are starting to see this and recognize what that's all about. Anyway, he was asked a question today, and this is what the Speaker of the House said, and hopefully we'll be able to hear it here.
Mr. Speaker, is freshman-elect Sarah McBride a man or a woman?
Look, I'm not going to get into this. We welcome all new members with open arms who are duly elected representatives of the people. I believe it's a command that we treat all persons with dignity and respect. We will, and I'm not going to engage in silly debates about this. There's a concern about the uses of restroom facilities and locker rooms and all that. This is an issue that Congress has never had to address before. And we're going to do that in deliberate fashion with member consensus on it, and we will accommodate the needs of every single person. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, so if you're not aware of this, a man pretending to be a woman by the name of Sarah McBride has been elected to Congress. Another example of just how far this nation has degraded. I mean, this is really, you read about the fall of Rome, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Bread and circuses, and of course, the degradation of the moral fiber of the empire. And so this guy is going to be in Congress, and so he's asked a simple question: is freshman-elect Sarah McBride a man or a woman? And if you refuse to answer that question, look, there's no place to hide. That was just a politician being a politician. And the only way to really interpret that is, yes, since this man pretends to be a woman, we will treat him as a woman. That's what he just said. There was a great opportunity to just boldly say, God made men and women, and God determined who Mr. McBride would be when he was born. And we're going to have to deal with the confusion that comes from living in God's world in a rebellious fashion. But he didn't do that. And you go, well, that's because he has to deal with the Democrats. Well, there you go. That he has to deal with, an almost majority of individuals who don't live in the real world. They embrace sexual dysfunction and insanity. And so there you go. But look, I can guarantee you Dusty Devers wouldn't have answered that question the way that Speaker Johnson just did. But that's why, I'll be honest with you folks, real quickly, look, I know lots of people are celebrating, and football players and soccer players and MMA guys are doing the Trump dance, after they score or win or whatever, and yeehaw, and people going, are you tired of winning yet? And all the rest of this kind of stuff. I hear you. Do not underestimate the dogged commitment of the left to the destruction of the human race. I mean, this stuff with Russia, really? Let's start World War III before Trump gets in office to make sure he can't do all the stuff that he wants to do. I mean, honestly. And they are far better at opposition than the Republicans ever have been. Okay? B, the Republicans, 95% of them are wimps. I'm sorry, they are. They are A conservative without a conservative worldview of conviction will compromise on anything. And so let the left get the media howling loud enough, and they will refuse to do what Trump wants to do on key issues. You'll see them collapse. They will start frustrating the agenda.